Arsenal get a hero's reception from their supporters on their first appearance since reaching that second successive European final. But with Spurs fans watching both here and on a giant screen at White Hart Lane, this is just the match to bring Arsenal down to earth. They may be 10th in the table, but two of the clubs in the bottom four are only 7 points behind them, and both have 2 games in hand of this club, who've been in the top division since 1919. Well, the man charged with keeping them there, acting manager Stuart Houston, makes just one change from the team that started in Genoa. Number 32, Glenn Helder, the Dutchman who has yet to score for Arsenal, comes in on the left, and Paul Merson switches to the right. David Hillier is the man who drops out. For Spurs and Jerry Francis, the priorities are pushing for a UEFA Cup place and settling the futures of Jurgen Klinsmann and Gica Popescu. In fact, the Romanian came back from international duty with an injury, so he's replaced by David Howells, himself returning after 2 matches out injured. Ronnie Rosenthal keeps his place. And the hero of the European semi-final, David Seaman, still playing with a cast to protect his broken ribs. Referee Robbie Hart starts the North London derby, and it's just like old times here. Arsenal and Spurs playing at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon before a capacity crowd, and just for a couple of hours the rest of the country seems quite a long way away. For the supporters of these 2 clubs, this is the league match that matters. This is Steve Bold, who will miss the European final through suspension. In fact, I see they've got Andy Linnigan on the bench today. He's a possible replacement for Bold in the match in Paris. Here's Ian Wright. Out to Merson, who's playing on the right today. Up against Justin Edinburgh, who gets a foot in. Steve Bold trotting up to join the crowd. And that's where he's dangerous. Teddy Sheringham was marking him. Hooked away by Nick Barmby to Klinsmann. This is Ronnie Rosenthal. Klinsmann to his right, the only other Tottenham player forward, Tony Adams. And Klinsmann gets to him, and Rosenthal's in. Darren Anderton on this side was screaming for a square ball, but Ronnie Rosenthal had his sights on goal. Puts his hand up to acknowledge the alternative, which he didn't take. Tony Adams got caught in possession. Arsenal captain unusually slack there. Here's Merson. Hartson pulling away here. Hartson did well. Well, John Hartson, 20 now, but when Arsenal paid all that money for a teenager, £2.5 million, people whistled a bit, but he seems to me to have the touch and the temperament to be a real Arsenal star of the future. This is Winterburn, and Wright curves his run. Oh, and this time the catch stays down. Ian Wright for Arsenal. Good save, Walker. Well, you have to be smart to stop this man. Arsenal's goal scorer in every European match this season, closes in on the goalkeeper, but that's good keeping really with his left foot. And Wright is denied. Schwartz to Hartson. Oh, that's good play by Arsenal. Merson, 3 others up with him. He's gone away from Justin Edinburgh. Mabbott's header out. Helder's in there with Schwartz. And he's right, surely. Oh, and Walker saves again. He can't believe it. This is a good ball in again. Up in the air off Mabbott. Helder then, and Wright is in a good position. Perhaps he didn't realise how good. Good save, Walker. Corner to Arsenal. Bold and Adams both up there. And in fact, Adams is sending one of the other Arsenal players out of that area. Oh, Hodgson! It's going to be a free kick. And the old North London argument really bubbling here. And Ian Walker takes credit in what's been a fine season for him for 2 instant reaction saves from Ian Wright of Arsenal. This is Anderton. And it comes off Winterburn. Anderton's cross. Oh, and Rosenthal! David Seaman and his defender getting in each other's way there. The chance fell to Ronnie Rosenthal. It's another let-off, this time for Arsenal. Anderton curls it in. Oh, it's Lee Dixon in a mess with Seaman. And Rosenthal drives wide. This is Barmby. Looking for Anderton. Austin in support here. It's Anderton again for Spurs. Klinsmann, the far side for Sheringham. Shot hits the defender, Dixon, corner. Well, we haven't been playing half an hour yet, but there's been all sorts of excitement in this derby match, and there might be some more here. Oh, and Teddy Sheringham coming in round the back, and Arsenal escape again. Rosenthal, have they escaped? They have. Well, goodness me, we're seeing some near misses here for both sides. This is a corner which has got lots of height on it, and Sheringham's header comes back. Keown was guarding the post. Forward by Austin. Sheringham coming in between the two of them. It's gone to Klinsmann. Following up his Barmby. Sheringham to his right, turns it back in. And somebody's been fouled. Steve Bold, yellow card. Late challenge. He's not too happy, I don't think, about it, but Jurgen Klinsmann in conversation with Bold. Now then, Barmby plays it. Oh, well, Bold stands in his way, look. It's a body check. It's Klinsmann into the wall. It's Howells over the bar. And it's hectic at Highbury. Oh, Jerry Francis knows that these matches tend to be very tight. Austin. Rosenthal. And good running off the ball by Darren Anderton. There's the pullback, Klinsmann! Well, I think the Spurs fans behind that goal were about to salute number 28 from Jurgen Klinsmann there. Tremendous appreciation of the game by Darren Anderton. Look at the way he picked Klinsmann out with the pullback. That was terrific football. Hartson's to his left. Still Ian Wright. Shakes off one, two. Can't get past the third. Foul. Mallet on Schwartz. Edge of the area. Mabbott not happy about it, but the free kick's been given, and it's in a dangerous position here. Schwartz, all well collected. Ian Walker doing what Walter Zenga palpably failed to do in the European semi-final, getting down to bury that Schwartz free kick right into his body. Wright withheld it to his left. Wright again. Oh, what a great run by Wright. He's gone down. It's a penalty to Arsenal for tugging on Ian Wright. It was a good run, a really positive run here. He's gone wide of Nabbott. He takes on Edinburgh, and Edinburgh pulls him. Look there. That's the offence. So Robbie Hart, who gave Spurs a dubious penalty in the semi-final of the Cup against Everton, now awards one against them, which they're disputing. And Wright scores! He couldn't take one in Genoa because he wasn't on the pitch. But after 61 minutes here today, he takes that one with great confidence. And Arsenal are in front. Will that be the goal that helps to ensure their Premiership survival? Well, it may or may not be, but certainly from Ian Wright's point of view, it's his 30th of the season. He's got there again. What a record. 121 goals in 175 games for the Gunners. Quite fantastic. And on the day, it's given them... Oh, and Steve Ball's going to be off, I think. He's been booked already. The referee went to his pocket, but he hasn't produced the red card. Oh, that's a bad tackle on the far side. That is a card. Dear, oh dear. It's all happening here. Now then, three things in quick succession. Wright gives Arsenal the lead from a penalty. Bold commits a foul, which, having already been booked, might have seen him go off. The referee chose not to do that, although I think he momentarily thought about it. And then there was a booking on the far side. I think it might have been Nigel Winterburn. In fact, it was Nigel Winterburn. Anderton takes, lofted, Nabbott. Back in by Barnby, offside flag, player in the middle's off. And now there's a scuffle between Barnby and Keown. And this is a red-hot derby now, it really is. It really is, and Steve Bold, a lucky man, walks away now from the heat of it because Barnby is the player and Keown is the other one who were involved in that latest scuffle. Now Steve Bold, on a yellow card, straight from the goal and the kick-off, certainly chopped his man. Now look at the referee, left hand to the pocket. Does he realise that Bold's already on a yellow and give him the benefit of the doubt? That's the question. Spurs were angry, but Bold stays on. Klinsmann. Oh, what a good block. That was Schwartz. This is Anderton, and it's Schwartz again. Wow. And now it's Hartson for Arsenal. And he's going alone. He's going past Barnby. John Hartson, a fantastic run. And from that position, he couldn't have been expected to see Ian Wright, who had made a run on this side. So a thoughtful Jerry Francis, his team 1 goal down. This is Wright. Wright's trying to hand something here to the referee. I think something's been thrown onto the pitch. Ian Wright has handed the referee an item which I think must have been thrown on, whether it was from behind the goal at the right-hand end when Wright made that last run. But look at this, it looks to me like something reminiscent of a whiskey bottle. And Robbie Hart goes across to speak to the... Yes, it is, I think. Ian Wright obviously picked it up off the pitch, and the police have been informed. This is Ronnie Rosenthal, the man who had the first chance of the game. Seems a long time ago now. Here's Edinburgh. Spurs well stocked in the middle. Oh, and Jurgen and he's equalised. Is there anything that this fellow cannot do for Spurs? He's equalised in the North London derby, just when the game seemed to be drifting away from Tottenham. It's number 28 of the season for Jurgen Klinsmann. Lovely play by Justin Edinburgh. Perfect cross, great header, 1-1. 75 minutes. Justin Edinburgh away from Lee Dixon, a measured cross. Klinsmann up between two defenders, guides it down where Seaman has got no chance of getting it. Here's Rosenthal again. Anderton. Austin, that's Winterburn again. This is trouble if he... Well, that's two Arsenal players who've had a let-off. He's had a yellow card, Nigel Winterburn. Now, while the stadium announcer is talking about missiles on the pitch, Nigel Winterburn, well, it was a fairly spectacular dive. Perhaps that's what let Winterburn off. But it was a foul, he made contact. There's the cross. Klinsmann. Calderwood's trying to get round Adams. And I think the commentator has to make the point that on another day with a different referee, either Steve Bold or Nigel Winterburn, or maybe both, could have been sent off the pitch. I'm not saying Robbie Hart's wrong, but this inconsistency will be looked at by other players who have been sent off for second offences. There's Sheringham. Rosenthal. Oh, what a fabulous save by Seaman. Well, everything was right here about what Ronnie Rosenthal did. It's on his best foot, it's well struck, and it's brilliantly tipped over. Otherwise, Spurs were in front. Howells coming in. That's his shot now. And again Howells. Anderton. Diving header, Barnby. Haberton right again. Oh, Wright has put an arm out, and if it hadn't been Gary Mabbott, one or two players would have made more of that. Wright is involved here with Mabbott. As they go for the ball, Mabbott wins it. Now look at that. That's a swing by Ian Wright. And the North London derby ends in a draw. The point may well be enough to ensure Arsenal's Premiership survival. It was a cracking game, one of the best North London derbies I've seen. Klinsmann got the equaliser, but Robbie Hart had a very busy second half. There was a penalty, there was a missile incident, there were two Arsenal players who committed a second offence and didn't get the red card, and there was also a moment when Ian Wright must have been pleased the referee didn't see him. All that it's my duty to report faithfully, but I have to say it was a splendid match. Pace, passion and incident. Ending Arsenal 1, Tottenham 1.
I think overall it was a fair result. I think the statistics would probably back up there was a certain amount of chances at both ends. Obviously we went in front through Ian Wright, the penalty kick, and you know, I thought, well, if we can just hang on, we'd be delighted with the 3 points. But I think today it was important actually that you know, it would have been pleasing to get the 3, but not too disappointed to get 1 point at the moment.